library is full, but no one's speaking. Just the sound of pages being turned. The afternoon comes in at a low angle and settles on the books like something earned. I found my usual table by the window, the one with just enough light but not too much. I spread my things across the wooden surface and feel the quiet settle like a touch. The woman 2 seats over has been reading the same chapter for the past 2 hours. She drifts off, sometimes closes her eyes for a moment, then drifts back in the way that reading allows. A student across the aisle is taking notes. His pen moves in a disciplined straight line. I envy him the focus of his purpose, though I suspect his purpose looks like mine. There is a kind of solitude in company when everyone around you is alone, all pointed inward toward their separate pages, all standing in their own interior home. Library afternoon where time slows down, where I can disappear into a found world, where nobody expects me to be somewhere, where every sentence is a flag unfurled. The dust motes and the low light and the carpet, the smell of something old and papery and real. Library afternoon, I come here weekly to feel what only libraries can feel. I spent whole summers here when I was younger. The air conditioning, the primary draw at first, but then the books became the real reason, and fiction was the cure for every thirst. I read the fantasy shelf from end to middle, then crossed the aisle to literary fiction. I didn't know that I was being shaped then by ever an editor's particular direction. The librarian would stamp the dates with patience, each Tuesday and each Friday I'd return. She never asked me why I kept on coming. She just stamped and sent me off to learn. The library never asks your credentials, never asks and treats the tired and the young the same. Library afternoon where time slows down, where I can disappear into a found world, where nobody expects me to be somewhere, where every sentence is a flag unfurled. The dust motes and the low light and the carpet, the smell of something old and papery and real. Library afternoon, I come here weekly to feel what only libraries can feel. Every great idea I ever had, I traced it back to something someone wrote, and someone wrote it down in a library's copy that traveled shelf to shelf by boat. I owe a debt to every public library, to every tax that kept the lights on low, to every librarian who learned the car numbers and placed the right book so we'd find and know. The internet gave us access to everything, but libraries give us permission to wander, to pick up things we didn't plan on picking, and step. The library is full, but no one's speaking, just the sound of pages being turned. The afternoon comes in at a low angle and settles on the books like something earned. I found my usual table by the window, the one with just enough light but not too much. I spread my things across the wooden surface and feel the quiet settle like a touch. The woman 2 seats over has been reading the same chapter for the past 2 hours. She drifts off, sometimes closes her eyes for a moment, then drifts back in the way that reading allows. A student across the aisle is taking notes. His pen moves in a disciplined straight line. I envy him the focus of his purpose, though I suspect his purpose looks like mine. There is a kind of solitude in company when everyone around you is alone, all pointed inward toward their separate pages, all standing in their own interior home. The library afternoon where time slows down, where I can disappear into a found world, where nobody expects me to be somewhere, where every sentence is a flag unfurled. The dust motes and the low light and the carpet, the smell of something old and papery and real. Library afternoon, I come here weekly to feel what only libraries can feel. spent whole summers here when I was younger, the air conditioning the primary draw at first. But then the books became the real reason, and fiction was the cure for every thirst. I read the fantasy shelf from end to middle, then crossed the aisle to literary fiction. I didn't know that I was being shaped then by every narrative's particular direction. The librarian would stamp the dates with patience. Each Tuesday and each Friday I'd return. She never asked me why I kept on coming. She just stamped and sent me off to learn. A library never asks your credentials, never asked your income or your name. It opens to whoever comes and needs it, and treats the tired and the young the same. I'd lay afternoon where time slows down, where I can disappear into a found world, where nobody expects me to be somewhere, where every sentence is a flag unfurled. The dust motes and the low light and the carpet, the smell of something old and papery and real. Library afternoon, I come here weekly to feel what only libraries can feel. Every great idea I ever had, I traced it back to something someone wrote. And someone wrote it down in a library's copy that traveled shelf to shelf by boat. I owe a debt to every public library, to every tax that kept the lights on low, to every librarian who learned the call numbers and placed the right book so we'd find and know. The internet gave us access to everything, but libraries give us permission to wander, to pick up things we didn't plan on picking, and stumble into genuine wonder. An older man is reading the newspaper, the actual paper folded back and broad. He holds it with a certain practiced angle that hasn't changed since 1984. I watch him read and wonder what the news says, and whether he worries the same way I do. The format changes, but the worrying remains, a Tuesday feature of the human view. I check the time and start to gather slowly the books I've pulled and only half explored. I'll take 3 home and leave 2 for the next time, a library debt I can always afford. Library afternoon, I stayed too long, and now the closing announcement's on. But I'm not rushing toward the exit quickly. I'm savoring the last few minutes strong. I'll bring these back in 2 weeks, maybe 3, and find 3 more to carry to the light. Library afternoon, you held me gently in your quiet arms this afternoon and night. The desk stamps the last return. The chairs are pushed back in. I wave goodbye to no one in particular, and step back into dime.
Frost is painting petals on the glass. The world outside has gone to white and gray. I press my palm against the cold and feel it, and watch my breath go slow away. Have a cup of cocoa going tepid, but I hold it anyway against the cold. The street below has quieted to almost nothing, just the weight of winter being told. Child runs by in an oversized jacket, her scarf wrapped twice around her little face. She doesn't seem to feel the cold at all. She's running just for the joy of running space. Being that small and careless, the cold was just the texture of December. Now I stand at windows watching children and turn the cold inside me to an ember. Winter windows hold a kind of distance between the warmth in here and cold out there. I live inside the glass between two climates, deciding which one gets my biggest share. Winter window, you reflect my face between two worlds and a frosted pane. I breathe your name against the glass and watch it disappear like everything I can't explain. The snow out there is soft and evenly settled. The tracks in it belong to other lives. Winter window, keeping me from freezing while I sort through all that memory revives. The radio is playing something easy, a jazz standard from another decade. I turn it up just slightly till it fills the room, and let the melody begin to persuade. There was a winter years ago I've not forgotten. We walked inside my jacket pocket warming, your breath a little cloud inside a crowd. I pressed your name against a fogged up window, just 3 letters gone before I blinked. The glass is clear now and the name is missing, like so much else I thought was somehow linked. But missing things is just the price of having, and I would not trade the having for the peace. The winter window shows me both together, and neither side requires a release. Winter window, you reflect my face between 2 worlds and a frosted pane. I breathe your name against the glass and watch it disappear like everything I can't explain. The snow out there is soft and evenly settled. The tracks in it belong to other lives. Winter window, keeping me from freezing while I sort through all that memory revives. I think that winter is the most honest season. It strips the trees until they're only lime. It makes you look at things without their color and find the shape beneath the green design. There is a loneliness in winter evenings that doesn't ache the way that summer does. Some frost is painting petals on the glass. The world outside has gone to white and gray. I press my palm against the cold and feel it, and watch my breath ghost slow away. Have a cup of cocoa going tepid, but I hold it anyway against the cold. The street below has quieted to almost nothing, just the weight of winter being told. A child runs by in an oversized jacket, her scarf wrapped twice around her little face. She doesn't seem to feel the cold at all. She's running just for the joy of running space. I remember being that small and careless. The cold was just the texture of December. Now I stand at windows watching children and turn the cold inside me to an ember. Winter windows hold a kind of distance between the warmth in here and cold out there. I live inside the glass between two climates, deciding which one gets my biggest share. Winter window, you reflect my face between two worlds and a frosted pane. I breathe your name against the glass and watch it disappear like everything I can't explain. The snow out there is soft and evenly settled. The tracks in it belong to other lives. Winter window, keeping me from freezing while I soar through all that memory revives. The radio is playing something easy, a jazz standard from another decade. Turn it up just slightly till it fills the room, and let the melody begin to persuade. There was a winter years ago I've not forgotten. We walked along a road that no one plowed. Your hand inside my jacket pocket warming, your breath a little cloud inside a crowd. I pressed your name against a fogged up window, just 3 letters gone before I blinked. The glass is clear now, and the name is missing, like so much else I thought was somehow linked. But missing things is just the price of having, and I would not trade the having for the peace. The winter window shows me both together, and neither side requires a relief. Winter window, you reflect my face between two worlds and a frosted pane. I breathe your name against the glass and watch it disappear like everything I can't explain. The snow out there is soft and evenly settled. The tracks in it belong to other lives. Winter window, keeping me from freezing while I sort through all that memory revives. I think that winter is the most honest season. It strips the trees until they're only lime. It makes you look at things without their color and find the shade beneath the green design. There is a loneliness in winter evenings that doesn't ache the way that summer does. Summer loneliness is bright and obvious. Winter loneliness is softer and becomes a kind of company all on its own. The frost, the low light, and a treasure then